I think I found the wallaby!
And I think to myself, what a wonderful world.
What is up, Chatchskis? Today we're going to do a video on 20 things I've learned at 20. Alright, so number one is, I wrote these down so I don't forget all of them. And so number one, the comparison is the thief of joy. And I say that is something that has taken me a really, really long time to learn. And my journey is not the same as someone else's journey, you know, like my chapter 1 is not the same as someone else's chapter 7. And so once you kind of realize that once you realize what everyone else is doing doesn't affect what you're doing, then you can actually really pursue your dreams and pursue your goals, not worried about what other people think. Number 2, your emotions are valid. And that is something that I very much treasure that I have learned, is that your emotions are valid. It is okay to feel sad, to feel mad, to feel happy. And if someone's telling you you can't be feeling a specific way, then you need to not listen to that, because feeling your emotions, resting in your emotions, and moving through those emotions is exactly what you need. Number 3 is 3 words. God has this. God has everything that you're doing. He is never going to let you fall. He might let you stumble, but he's always going to pick you right back up and set you right back on his plan he has for your life. And his plan he has for your life is something so much better than you could have ever even dreamed up. And so trust that. Number 4, eating healthy and working out is practicing self-love. For a long time I was like, oh my goodness, I need to eat healthy so that I'm skinny like everyone around me and I look good and all of this. And then I kind of came to the realization that working out makes me feel so good, so strong, and eating healthy makes me feel so not crummy from all the junk food. I just feel good in my own self, and it's all for bettering my own self, not for the opinions of anyone else. And so doing those things because I love myself and not because of the image I want everyone else to see has changed those 2 things dramatically for me. Number 5, practice grace, not just for others, but for yourself. One thing that I pretty much always do is I never give myself grace like I give other people grace, and I ended up beating myself up way too much and holding myself to such a high standard that I can't even come close to attaining it. But once I started giving myself grace, then I started to see way more improvements and like exceeding standards that I had once set I felt I could never attain. And so yeah, just giving yourself grace, being gentle with yourself and patient with yourself, just like God is with all of us, really makes a huge difference. Number 6 is straight facts. Nobody actually knows what they're doing with their life. I know it's so easy to go on Instagram, all the social medias, and everybody's life looks perfect on there, and it is so far from the truth. I don't know what I'm doing with my life. I'm sure you don't know what you're doing with your life. We're all just kind of trying to figure it out. And comparing yourself to people that claim they do know what they're doing with their life is totally going to lead you down a spiral. But, like I said, you're not alone. None of us know what we're doing with our lives. Number 7! If you pour into yourself, you can better pour into others. If you're trying to pour into others with a cup half full, you're not going to be doing anybody any favors, and you're not really going to be helping anyone out. But if your cup is full and overflowing, it's easy to love other people. Number 8, going to the ocean makes me feel free. I always felt fearful that maybe I was idolizing the ocean, but every time I go back, all I do is think about the Lord and how wonderful and grand and so much glory that He brings to this world. And then I realize that the ocean really does make me feel free because God makes me feel free, and that's where I feel most close to Him. Number 9, happiness is a state of mind. If you keep getting caught up in, oh, I'll be happy when, I'll be happy if I get that jacket, or when I get to move out of my parents' house, you're never gonna be happy at all. Is someone watching me? If you are always thinking like that, you're never gonna be happy. You have to be happy in your present, where you are now, and if you have goals, be happy that you're working towards those goals. And then those goals are gonna be icing on top instead of the key to your happiness. Number 10, it is okay to say no. Kind of like I was talking about how you have to pour into yourself so you can pour into others. I think it's really easy to overextend yourself, and you need to respect yourself, especially when it comes to relationships. And if you're feeling like you can't and it's too much for you, it's okay to say no, and it's not selfish. It's totally respecting yourself and respecting the other person too. If you need to say no because you can't feel you can give 100%, then you're respecting that person. But most importantly, you'll be respecting yourself because you know yourself better than anyone else. 11, never become the person who hurts you. It's something that is so, so, so important. You don't want to let the negative people in your life dictate who you become. You want to become a beautiful child of God that's forgiving, turns the other cheek even when it is so hard. But if you become the person that hurts you, you're going to be just as bad as they are. Number 12, never leave someone on bad terms. Always tell the person you love them when you leave them. Number 13, be your own best friend. Because when you're spending time alone and maybe it's just you and God, you're not going to feel lonely because you're happy with who you are and spending time with yourself. And that's where a lot of self-growth comes from, is being happy with yourself and growing in that and not always feeling like you need to be around somebody to feel happy. 14, chase your dreams. You are never going to feel fulfilled in life if you don't go after what your dreams are. If you don't go after what you've been dreaming about since you were 5, you're gonna live life with regret if you don't try. Number 15, be spontaneous with your adventures. Whenever you're spontaneous with your adventures and the moment you stop planning, you start having way more fun because your adventures start exceeding all of the expectations you had. Number 16, exhale the past and inhale the future. 17, get out in nature as much as possible, because it is incredible for your mental health. I would say, especially for myself, I feel most myself when I'm out in the fresh air, not inside all day watching TV, but getting out and experiencing glory of God's creation. 18, go all in. Bet on yourself. Number 19, pursue Christ and you will find peace. God promises peace when you accept Him into your life. And that is something so true in my life. I couldn't even put words to express it. But give your life to God and your life will be changed forever. Alright guys, number 20. This is my most favorite one, and this is something that I live by in my life every day, and I hope that I do better at it each day because it is quite hard. But it is the fact that don't let the fear of crashing keep you from surfing. And this goes into every aspect of life. Don't let the fear of failure keep you from pursuing your dreams. Don't let the fear of messing up keep you from loving someone. Just trust yourself. Trust that there will be crashes, but they are all going to make you a better surfer. Thank you guys so much for watching this entire video and listening to me ramble on and on and on. But I just want to say I love you guys. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe, tell people about my channel, and comment below what you guys want to see from me next. Bye!
We're out here in the outback and I think I just saw a wallaby. Let's go! Come follow! Come on!
Is it going? I have a question. Do you think this is edible? Isn't it?